What does it mean to be smarter? Is it having more facts in your head? Is it getting better test scores? Is it just knowing the right answer?
What if I told you that you were thinking about it all wrong?
That for years we've been focused on collecting knowledge, like stacking bricks, instead of building the crane that can lift them all.
What if you could install a mental crane in your mind?
A single, simple habit that doesn't just add knowledge, but upgrades your very ability to think, learn, and solve problems every single day. This is the one habit that makes you genuinely smarter day by day. And the best part? You probably think you're already doing it, but I can almost guarantee you're not. Let's start with what it is not. It is not reading for 20 minutes a day. Reading is fantastic, but if you're just passively consuming words, you're just informing yourself. It is not doing a crossword puzzle. That's just practicing recall. This habit is different. It's not about input, it's about processing. It's called the 5-minute synthesis. Here's how it works. Every single day, you will take one single piece of new information, just one, and you will perform a specific, deliberate operation on it. This piece of information can be anything: a fact you learned from a podcast, a key point from a book chapter, an interesting idea from a conversation. Got one in your head? Good. Now here is the operation. You must do this with a pen and paper or a blank digital document. No typing allowed for this. Step 1. Write down the idea in your own words as simply as you can. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. This first step alone forces clarity. Step 2. Ask and answer one critical question about it. You must rotate the question each day to fire up different parts of your brain. Day 1. How does this connect to something I already know?
Find the bridge between this new idea and an old one. This builds neural pathways.
It doesn't just let the new idea float alone in empty space. Day 2. What is the exact opposite of this idea? And seriously, try to defend the opposite view. This breaks you out of binary thinking and builds cognitive flexibility. Day 3. How could I explain this to a 10-year-old? This is the ultimate test of understanding. If you can't make it simple and relatable, you haven't truly grasped it. Day 4. If this idea is true, what else does it imply? What are its consequences? This trains your brain in logical reasoning and foresight. Step 3. This is the magic. You write down one single original thought that this process sparked. It doesn't have to be genius. It just has to be yours. A new connection, a new question, a small insight you wouldn't have had otherwise. That's it. 5 minutes, one idea, one question, one original thought. Why does this feel illegal? Because the payoff is enormous compared to the tiny investment. You are not just storing a fact. You are digesting it.
You are making it a part of your mental fabric.
You are moving from being a hard drive, which just stores data, to being a processor, which creates new things from that data. This is the difference between being knowledgeable and being intelligent. After just 1 week of this, you'll start to feel a difference. You'll find yourself making connections in meetings.
You'll approach problems from angles you never considered.
You'll listen to a conversation and suddenly contribute an insight that surprises even you. Because you're not just collecting dots anymore. You're starting to connect them.
And that is the very essence of being smart. This habit works because it fights the biggest enemy of intelligence: passive consumption.
We are drowning in information, but starving for wisdom. The 5-minute synthesis is your daily filter that turns information into insight. So, your mission for tomorrow is simple. When you learn one new, interesting thing, don't just nod and move on. Don't just screenshot it and forget. Pull out a notebook. Write it down. Ask one of those rotating questions. And force yourself to have one original thought. You are not just learning. You are building a smarter brain. One day, one idea, and one insight at a time. It might feel small at first, almost too simple. But that's the secret. The most powerful habits are the consistent ones, the ones that compound. A year from now, you will have processed 365 ideas. You will have had 365 original insights. You will have fundamentally rewired your brain to see the world not as a list of facts, but as a web of interconnected, malleable concepts. And that is a mind that is truly, undeniably getting smarter every single day. Now go build it.